Alright, back to it on the weird chunks, guys. Make a little adjustment here. As you can probably tell, my filming skills are not really that honed in yet. I'm kind of cheating. I'm using my little trusty notepad here. I've got kind of a secondary journal that I'm keeping, and I'm putting this down so that I make sure and cover the different topics, and I don't really want to miss anything. You know, I came inside to film this to be a little bit quieter and really looking for that connection with you guys out there. You know, when we're talking about the weird chunks, they're small to large, they're gnarly, they may be pokey, they're spiny, they don't make that nice, smooth, perfect fit to sit on top of the pile. You know, they don't fit in, they don't stack, they don't conform, they don't mesh well, they don't comply, they're not subservient, they're not submissive. I think that ties directly into some of the things that we're seeing right now with our current environment here throughout the United States. These pieces definitely do not look the part. They certainly don't conform to what we're going to call the norm. So I think the real topic here is not to judge by appearance. There's many uses for these weird chunks. In the campfire world, you've also got barbecue pits and smokers. And if you leave them off to the side when you're actually stacking your wood, you can put them on top. They make great starters if you're doing spring and fall. You're doing just a little bit of a fire at night, you let it go back out the next day, and you don't need a ton of heat, and you're not doing full-blown, you know, heating season yet. Those work really well. But you know what? On the other side of this thing, you know, these pieces, since their inception, if you will, have chosen a different path. Their path seems very difficult at first. They're going to struggle. They may be ostracized. They're going to be picked on for sure because they don't fit in, they don't conform, they're not the norm. They're going to be left out, they're going to be talked down to and ridiculed. But if you give them a chance, they can blossom. Their unique grain or against the grain features make for very interesting uses in life. They're certainly not the status quo. They're going to shock you and surprise you at times with their abilities. Certainly off the beaten path. Sometimes, when you try to make them conform, they're going to resist. They're going to pop off the splitter. They're going to slide by the wedge. They are going to slip out to the side, and they're just not going to go through the way you want them to. Their dogged persistence should be admired, however, not scoffed at. The pretty ones sometimes have rotten and bad cores. When you look at a log, it may look fantastic on the outside, but you get to the end of it and you look down the middle and you really look deep inside it, and then you really start taking it apart. You're blocking it, you're chunking it, you're bucking it, whatever you want to call it, and then you're splitting it. Then you start to see what's really on the inside of that log. Maybe full of ants, may have worms, grubs in it, maybe other bugs, because it's rotten. And you know, on the outside it looked great. Boy, you're gonna get a lot of cordage out of this. This is gonna be awesome. Gonna really fill my pile. And then you get to the core and it's rotten. And I think that really represents a lot of what we can see in life too, when you really dig into it. So wrapping this up, don't be afraid to use the weird chunks in life. The weird chunks can make sometimes the best friends, partners, lovers, assistants in business. Love them for who and what they are. Give them the opportunity to shine and use them. Use their gifts, use their abilities. Everything has value. Everyone has value. We may not all look the same. We may be bald, may have strange facial hair, Maybe we talk a little weird. Maybe we've got piercings, tattoos, colored hair. You know, everybody has merit, the weird chunks included. We all have this path that we've chosen before we came here. We're all here to learn lessons, we're all here to share, we're all here to help one another. And if we all work together, we can get through these challenging times. So this is Enlightened Logger, shutting her down for the day.